And in the first recording, we will record the process in installing a VM, which is called virtual machine, in Windows 7. So this is a restore VMware player without any VM. So I will create one. Okay, so we have three choices. One is to install all the things from our CD, but we don't have it. And then we can call the VM machine, the VM player, to play an ISO and install automatically, but we won't want it. We want to do it all by ourselves. Later on, I will show you what is the merit. Next, and we are going to install Ubuntu. And this is just the name of the virtual machine. I just used the default name. I don't want to change anything. So for me, I have a big hard disk, so I can choose a 20 gigabyte of the virtual hard disk. So that means that virtual machine has virtual hard disk, and that hard disk is of 20 gigabyte. And also, I will have another option. While the default is the multiple file option, which is for performance. So I will choose it, of course. Next, while the Snow Next is close to the end of the configuration, let's click Finish. After that, we can play the virtual machine, but I didn't insert any installer to the machine, so let me install the installer first. And there is a bunch of configuration. Let's go through it one by one. First, it is about memory. So I have many gigabyte of memory in this laptop. So I only need to choose the recommended memory setting. But if you have a stringent budget on a memory, you can choose this yellow box, the minimum requirement. But of course, I will choose a higher memory requirement. Next is number of processor, and don't change it. Here, the hard disk that you just installed, you just choose to have 20 gigabyte, so don't change it again. Now here comes the CD-ROM. It's supposed to be a real machine, and so the installer is from the CD. And previously, I already downloaded this Ubuntu ISO file. So I will insert it into a physical machine, and this ISO is called ISO CD image. So that means that I insert an image to this virtual device. Floppy, don't care about this. Network is important. What is so important about it? Okay, I will choose to it is connected. Okay, I will choose it to be a disconnected status. Okay, so why is that? Why is that? Okay, I choose to disconnect it because I don't want this guy to be disturbing me during the installation, because the installer will really try to get all the latest update during the information. So I don't want those installation information that has to be installed or update any new packages, so I choose to disconnect it. And for others, we don't need to change them, so let's click OK. So here we go, play. And during the play, you can see a blank screen as if we have a real machine booting up. With this, it means that you successfully installed the installer and the installer is running. Great. Now let's wait for a moment. Okay, it is time for us to see the installer interface. Alright, it said that network is not there, which is very good. and you can hear a sound. And now we can choose whether we want to install or try Ubuntu. Try Ubuntu means that you just put up Ubuntu, okay, and without any installation, it can play before you really want to install it, but we don't need to try anymore. Let's go to the install button. Install. Okay, so here was that. Okay, you can see that the first click is to tell you that okay, I have at least this required space. So that's why I tell you that to have at least 8 GB of memory. Next is there is crosshair. The crosshair means that you are not connected to internet. Good, I don't want it because I don't want it to install news updates. So let's go to the continue. Yeah, the continue may take some time because it's going to prepare for the installation of entire hard disk. So you can see that during detection, it find that the installation disk, that means the virtual hard disk, is totally empty. So it can only find that the only choice is to erase them all. Okay, so why not we continue with that? Okay, so let's wait for a moment. Okay, so to select the drive, of course I only have one drive. Oh, what's happening? Okay, so the real installation is already taking place, as you can see, but here we have to choose which city you are in so that we can successfully install the thing that we want. So we are from Hong Kong. And this choice will guide you to the correct download site for later installations. So remember to choose Hong Kong if you are really in Hong Kong. So let's continue. So it may take some time. No. Oh, what happened? Okay. So actually nothing happened. So here is the keyboard. We can use the default one. Don't choose anything other than the default one. Remember. Oops, what happened? Okay, so this is the next screen. The next screen asks you for one thing, your information. So you are the default user. So let's take your true name. Okay, don't use this name. Next is so-called the computer name. So I will name it MITE VM virtual machine. Your username, the username for login. So I will use this name for my username. Password, I will tell you. Okay, so don't choose the login automatically options and never choose the encrypt my home folder option. So I will choose to continue. Yeah, the cursor is a little bit funny. Nice. So we finished the installations. Reboot now. Let's go. So for time being, okay, I will use a very forceful reboot way. Power off. Okay, so why I need to power off it? Yeah, the reason is very simple. Remember, I disabled the network. I have to re-enable it. Okay, connect at power point. It's power on. When power on, okay, we will have the ability to get online. Okay, so check again the CD. Okay, so I still use this, so I don't want to use it anymore. So go back to the physical drive so that we don't have any images, any virtual CD get inserted. Okay, so start again. Okay, the look become a little bit different. As you can see, there's a blank screen and then some changes here. Okay, so we are putting into the real Ubuntu after installation. Okay, you can hear the sound. So don't type the password yet. For performance problem, okay, we have to avoid using what? Using 3D acceleration. So I will choose to have the 2D version and then lock in with my password. Okay, so I have my Ubuntu now. Very nice. So let's check whether I can get online or not. So let's try to use the Firefox web browser. So it says something here. Yeah. So let's try to Google CUHK. Oh yeah, I can get online. So this concludes the installation of the base system. Next time I will show you more. See you.